4. I'm struggling.
Okay. What do you need help with?
I mean, well, the first half was easy, but the last half, where they keep asking the same thing, like after that, I was
Just like, I don't know.
it's like 2 extra.
All right, guys, no matter where you are in the card sort, please pause where you're at, grab your books. Yeah, you can put them up. We're done with them. Open up your books for me. Yay! Good job, guys. Yeah, put them back in color groups. Bottom of page 24. Here's how I expect you guys to be able to use the information that we've spent the last 3 days working on building. Okay? By the way, I am very proud of each group. I saw some great reasoning skills going on. Really, really loved what I saw. I have a picture here, and I have 2 blank graphs, and I have 2 lines for us to write equations on.
Are we supposed to do our
Huh?
Are we supposed to do our tracker still?
For this? You'll probably want to do it on your own, but you're welcome to get it off of Canvas later if you want, and if you just want to participate right now. Because I want to make sure that you guys have the big ideas and the big takeaways here. All right. So I want to build a graph for the top prism. This one is for an hourglass. Have you guys seen an hourglass timer before? It doesn't have water in it. It usually has what? Sand. Does it move as fast from the top to the bottom as a water tornado? No. What unit of time am I using here? Minutes on this one. It's slower because it's an hourglass. But it's still the exact same idea, right? It's leaving from the top and it's entering into the bottom, and it's this closed system. Where should I start at? Where should my first point be for the top? 6. 6 where? Like when you say 6, like I just... So where should my first point be? Give me directions, because I want to make sure...
The 6 on the y-axis.
6 on the y-axis. There we go. Now I've got it as a single point. And you got that from this right here, right? Look at the text up above, because that's where they tell us how fast it's moving. It's going down what? 2 centimeters per minute. Thank you. Sorry, I have trouble hearing sometimes. So where should my next dot go? Right 2 down 1? So right here? Does that have it going down 2 centimeters in 1 minute?
It would be 1/4.
Yeah. So where do I put my next dot? 4, 4, 1. Where's my next dot go? 2, 2. And then 3, 0. Am I done? Draw your line in, please. Do not just leave them as dots. But then, yes, we have to do the bottom also. I still have people that are leaving it as dots for me sometimes. I'm not calling anybody out. It's not necessarily in this class. It's just something that I see every year. Here's why it's a problem if you don't draw the line in. If you don't draw the line in, you're saying it starts with 6 centimeters. And it stays just like that until exactly 60 seconds have passed. And then all at once, boom, it drops. Almost like a gate is letting it out and then stopping it again. It's not this constant movement over time. That line shows me that even if I look at it at the 30-second mark, I would see it's going down. Just because I didn't plot all those points in between, they're still there. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's why you got to connect those dots for me. Okay, so let's write the equation for this. My height, h, that's on our y-axis. How's it changing over time? 2 centimeters per minute. So what did you say, Yasmin? Negative 2 t. Am I done?
No.
Plus 6. All right, let's do our bottom graph. Where does my first dot go? 0 at 0, 0. Where's my second dot go? 1, 2. I move over 1 minute, and it went up by 2. Where's my next dot? 2, 4. 3, 6. Connect my dots. I'm going to do something wrong here, and I want you guys to tell me why it's wrong. It's not, when does it stop? It stops at 3, 6. Why does it stop at 3, 6?
Because you don't have enough sand or whatever's in the hourglass. Like, you only have X amount, and it cuts off.
Exactly. I can't get more than that because it's not like I'm standing over it, taking the lid off, dumping more in. It doesn't keep going forever. What does this equation look like then?
2t plus 0.
2t plus 0. What would it be equal to?
Equal to H.
Equal to h. Is that equation correct? Can you give me another correct way to write it? H equals 2t. If you like to put the plus 0 on the end because you're like, I know I got my starting point, I know I got my rate, I know I hit everything, I'm fine with that. That is mathematically correct. I am not going to count that wrong. This is also correct. So I'm fine with either way of writing it. As long as what you write for me is mathematically equivalent, it has the same meaning, we're good. All right, for the last 10 minutes, what I want you guys to do, I have an exit ticket for you. Do you guys remember at the beginning of all this, before we started, I had a pre-assessment for you? You guys did that as like a bell word. Oops, I think I just made a mess. Now we have a post-assessment. So you did the pre-assessment before we talked about any of it. You guys have had 3 days to talk and explore. I want to see now what you can do on a very similar activity to the pre-assessment. On the front side here, there's a blank graph. You're going to draw 2 lines for me. I gave you the equation for one of them. I want you to graph that. For the other line, I'm describing what's happening. You need to draw the line and write the equation for it. That's what this line is for you to write the equation. There is a backside to this as well, okay? If you find that you don't get done when the bell rings, and you want to finish it up at home and bring it back to me because you're like, I know more of this, I just didn't have enough time to write it all down, I'm okay with that. I will be looking at this only for completion like I did with the bell work one. But please make sure you get it back to me, because if you don't turn it back into me, you don't get those completion points. All right? While you guys are working on this, I'm also going to bring around a paper copy of your test review, because your test is just a little bit less than a week away. All right? Your test is next Tuesday, so I'm going to bring around the review, and we will start reviewing for this test in the second part of class tomorrow.